Hello. Right. I'll probably do a recap first. What's been happening? Make sure that's not touching that, don't damage that. Right. What's been happening? There's a few things I want to get done. One of them being, as you can see, I've been doing some ballasting, and you know what? It's looking pretty good. I do want to clean some of these sleepers off before I put the glue in and seal the ballast in place. But it's looking really good. I used, find it. I used this foam stuff, bought from the model shop. It's £2 a sheet, and there's quite a bit on that actually. I've bought 4 sheets, and I've done most of the track here. I did use half a sheet down the shed for other dioramas, but I've been cutting it into strips, putting it under the track, and you can't see from the view you have, but the ballast is going upwards and then down the side. The same when you use cork under the track. The only reason I use this stuff, it's cheaper than cork, and it's easier to cut. I find it's easier to cut anyway. So yeah, it's looking really good. Like I said, you can't really tell from the view there, but the ballast looks good. I've gone for a nice dark brown ballast, and if I can find the bag, have I still got a bag of what type? I hope I have, because I need to know what type of ballast it is to buy again. It's ballast coarse dark brown B85 by Woodland Scenics, and you know what, it's really good. I got this one from Hereford Model Centre actually, so I'm probably going to be going there after Christmas, but I can get this from Derails or Antics, so I don't really have to go all the way to Hereford to get it. But I want to get it as cheap as possible, because I'm going to need, I think this was 2 bags and it's done this entire area, but I've had to use quite a lot. But I say 2 bags, it's probably less than that, because I've had that ballast in this bowl for a long time, and I've used it on several other projects. I've even used the same ballast on the Millbow Railway, the narrow gauge 009 Railway. So yeah, I'll try and get more of that, but I've run out for now, but I'm in no rush. I just wanted to do some ballasting really, I haven't done it in a while, and just to get back into the thing. The only problem I would say is I didn't paint anything. Usually I would put the track down, paint the entire layout brown, and then put the ballast and scenery on. I haven't done this with this layout because, to be honest, it's just a quick layout that I built up in a day, and it's where Cornell Street used to be. So I built it up in a day, and it's just a place I can use my old gauge stuff in the house, because Rushbridge Hort, the big exhibition layout, was going to be like 24 foot. That's not always going to be built up in the house because of the size. So I wanted somewhere where I could just use my old gauge in the house, and I got fed up with doing Modern Image basically. So that's where this layout come from. We will run some trains. I'm going to get the power set up in a minute, but I'm going to go over a couple of things first. One of the things, to stick the track, I usually use PVA glue. I don't use pins. I do in some layouts, but not for these layouts in here, apart from Stoke Summit, because I found after doing Stoke Summit that gluing the track was actually a little bit easier. But what I've been doing, because this stuff's like plastic, it's got foam in between and plastic each side, well, like paper. I've been using Tamiya Quick Cement, which dries in like 5 seconds, and just put a bit on the sleeper thing, hold it down for about 10 seconds, stuck. So as long as these things underneath the track are stuck down by PVA glue, I can stick the track to it easy. And the great thing with this, because it's got a piece of paper either side of the foam, say I change my mind with the track design slightly, I can literally pull it up without damaging the track, and all it do is just take a bit of paper up. So that's a good idea. I do like using this stuff. I think it comes from Expo or something, but whatever it is, there's half a sheet there. But it's really good use. Someone asked the other day what's happening with the American side of things. The American train stuff is completely shut down at the moment because I sold it all. For two reasons. One, I wanted to do old gauge again, and two, it was sitting in a box doing nothing. And I was planning the layout and everything, but I couldn't get a design I was happy with. Then I wanted to do it right. I didn't want an American diesel going by with 4 wagons. I wanted a couple of American diesels going by, and it was just costing more and more money. And in the end, I thought, right, that's it. I'm gonna sell it, buy locos and OK stuff. And did I buy the pannier? I can't remember what I sold to buy the first pannier. And then I sold some up, and I bought the first pannier, which is this one actually. And I bought that, and I was so impressed with the model that I went straight on the internet halfway through unboxing and reviewing the model and purchased this one here. So I ended up with two. They are both identical. I've said this before, but they are going to be heavily weathered and renumbered. This one's got to be 3775 and this one's got to be 4869. Both engines that would have been on the fast railways going through Rushbridge in the 60s, well, early 60s, late 50s. And I think they was both shedded at Gloucester. Not 100% sure on that, but that's what I read. I can't remember where I read that. So my job is, what will be today? It's Friday, innit? I just need to clean these sleepers off really, because tomorrow I'm going to be pouring PVA water into the ballast to hold it all in place. I've stuck the sides down. All the sides are more or less stuck, but the middle isn't. The middle is just poured in. So I just want to clean the sleepers off so when I put the glue in it doesn't stick ballast to the sleepers, so we'll have nice clean sleepers. Also, I can read comments today because I got the camera facing me. So the camera's probably going to be mirrored, but at least I can read the comments if I see you writing anything. Right, let's get this ball out of the way. Shame I ran out of ballast. I thought I had another pack, but I have a funny feeling that's what I used yesterday. I will just check though, because I have bags around here. I got a bag here, but that's not. Now, what was that bought for? I buy so much ballast and that. I got loads of it around here. I got a bag here, fine brown, but I believe this was bought for a. Let's have a look. I think that was bought for the Millbow Railway. So I won't be using that for a while. We don't have any more, do we? Oh, we did buy these as well. Some lamps to go on the locos. Again, these won't be going on until the locos are heavily weathered and everything, but yeah, pretty nice. I'll put them in my inventory. So, for those who are new to my channel, this is the new railway where Cornell Street, the Modern Image Railway, was. At the moment, I'm calling it backyard shunting, all because of a story I heard from an old guy at the Ross show, and he was telling me about how he used to go in his garden and he could see over a yard outside Bristol, and he'd watch the trains shunt wagons all day. And when I was planning this layout, I was like, there's got to be a shunting layout. What could I call it? I thought, Backyard Shunting. I thought of his story straight away. Because he said he remembers seeing the pannier tanks in Shunting. Just got to clean these sleepers off. Fair play to the people who put sleepers down and they put a rail on them. I was watching a video on it the other day. Oh, and a massive shout out to, can't think of his name now, Everard Junction. I watched his latest update video on his massive model railway he's building. And the latest video is his cars. He's got the cars moving on proper roads. Amazing system. I would love to do it, but I just haven't got room. Something to think about for the future, but yeah, he done a video on it and it is fantastic. I watched it last night. I stayed up until like midnight. I thought, yeah, I'll watch that a bit quick, see what it's like. And I only got to watch the beginning and then watch the rest the next day, and I ended up staying up watching it. Didn't get to bed till like 1, which I need sleep. Right, I'm going to turn the power on. There we go. Right. Let's get a train running. So we have my 08, and we've removed the pannier. The pannier was just out of weigh that down. To be honest, the panniers, let's stick that down. I'll just show you this glue actually. So this glue is very good. I love using it. I mean, I use it for the models all the time. In fact, I built that, the tow brake van kit. This might have not been in the other video actually, the live video done the other night, but yeah, I bought 2 Pico O-gauge brake van kits. And one's 4-wheeled and the other 6-wheeled, tow brake vans. And I had to go building the one, not yesterday, the day before, and it turned out really well. I'm really pleased with it. Here it is. Not finished, of course. Loads of work to do on it, but I just put the wheels on, got it running, put 3 links on, and yeah, it's pretty good. Right, let's get a train running. I keep going back to these sleepers, I just want to get them. I always have people asking me about my collection. See how it runs on the ballast. That's pretty good actually. Yeah, I always get people asking me on I have a massive collection, everyone knows that. And not many people get to see it because I'm very I don't let many people see it basically, just because of security reasons, but the odd person who does get to see it is always overwhelmed how much stock I have. And it wasn't until very recently that I thinned a lot of the stock out. Basically sold a bit of it. Actually sold a lot of it. And the reason I sold a lot of it was to pay for a classic car. And so I got rid of loads of locos, not O-gauge, double O, and N-gauge and that. And I got rid of a lot of it. and now I have a Fiat 500, so I'm not complaining. I have an original 1970 Fiat 500, and I love it. One of the best things I've ever bought. And like, I sold all my Modern Image stock to pay for this, what you see now. All this is paid for because I sold all my Modern Image stock. I mean, I had some of the wagons anyway. I had these four here, this one, and a few more down here. Not one more than that. So yeah, when I give up on somehow, the money always goes straight into someone else. And yeah. So one of the things I want to do with this railway is really, it's going to be focused on the what you call it, the shunting side of things. So I always get asked when I build railways, why don't I put loops in, running around loops. I did with Marble Bridge and it was very handy. However, the reason I haven't done it for this layout is because the idea is there's always got to be two engines on the layout running. Without DCC, you don't need DCC to do that. Basically, there's going to be two areas that can be completely turned off. So a train goes in that area and it's isolated. Down that end, right at the end of all the points, there's going to be an isolation area. So the train can't move, so I can have another train on the same track and like that. And the reason for that is because I have this 08, which is my latest one. I picked up Tuesday. This is the DePaul BR Early Crest Black. I picked this one up for two reasons. He's got to be numbered and named. And my first one I had here. So this is my other. This is the one I had probably 2 years ago now. Well, when it was first released, you know, DePaul announced them, and I was like, yeah, I want one. Pre-ordered a green one, BR green. And then they announced they was going to do the black, so straight away wanted the black. So yeah, this one's got to be named and this one's got to be named. We're going to have Bella and Millie, which are my two dogs, which it should look really good. This one's got to be renumbered. The only reason I went with the unnumbered version is because it was actually cheaper than the numbered version. It's about £20 cheaper, so they was on offer anyway, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to have that one. So I had that one. And identical apart from the numbers. This one does have a problem with the light, but I'll solve that. But they do both run very nicely. This one's a bit noisy. Now, he will need a service at some point, because he's done a lot of running. And they're all going to have drivers fitted and weathered up. They're going to be lightly weathered. I don't want them heavily weathered. Where the pannier tank's going to be completely gutted. So yeah, that's my... Let's move him into the side actually, and I'll get one of my other engines. Yeah, this point's playing up a bit. I really advise everyone to go oil gauge, because it's not as expensive as it used to be. And thanks to DePaul, who are doing an absolutely fantastic job just lately releasing oil gauge stuff. Well done, because they've brought models like the 08, this lovely brake van, which is their latest release. These 16-ton steel wagons, they've released them and they are stunning models. Can't afford on a tour. I need to get quite a few more of these steel wagons for the layout, but they look nice. So here's my first engine. This is Hudswell tank, and I named this one Elizabeth. I still want to get the name sorted, because it's not going to be Elizabeth, it's actually going to be Ellie, but I've got to get a name printed. So this is an Itzen tank. which it's when they released this, they were probably one of the very first manufacturers to release a ready-to-run O-gauge locomotive, from what I can remember anyway. If anyone knows of any others, please do comment. And it's before Dapol got in on the action. And Howden, I think they got in pretty soon as well, doing the O-gauge stuff. But they focus on the more modern or diesels. And I would love one of their diesels they do, I think it's the 26 or the 33, one of them. One of the great things with O-gauge is the coupling system. Now, you can have loads of different systems, but you can stick with a free link. I stick with, 1 minute, there we go. I've stuck with the free link system because I like it, it's authentic. I just got to plug the phone in, put the phone on charger now. Make sure you've got to plug phone in on charge. Yeah, I've stuck with the free link system purely because I like it. I like parking the engine up, having to get something like a tweezers and just getting it can be fiddly at times, especially with this Edgeworth tank. This is actually one of the fiddliest, I don't even know if that's a word, but it's quite hard to link them up, especially if you bunker first into the wagon. But there we go. I mean, this engine, when it was released, it was about £225. I managed to get one brand new off eBay for, I think I paid £150 for this one, which is a brilliant price. And that's it. I remember now, the pannier tank. So the first pannier tank I bought the other week before I bought two, this one here. What it was, I was going to pick up a Duchess of Gloucester new Hornby model. They've released a BR blue one. I'm sure you've seen it. It looks stunning. And it's £185. And I was like, I want it because Gloucester. I get everything that's Gloucester because Gloucester's where I go for shopping. And it was £185. I was like, it's a lot of money. And to be honest, I don't run Stoke-Summit enough. Well, LMS engines anyway. I mainly run LNER. So I was in two minds, and then I thought, I was looking on the internet actually on Antit's website, and I saw they had this pannier tank for £185. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I'd rather pay £185 for an O-gauge locomotive, and that's what I done. Unfortunately, the one Antits had wasn't available, so I didn't actually buy that one. I ended up getting the same model from Hereford for more or less the same price, Hereford Model Centre. So I was really pleased with it, and yeah, I bought two. You know, if you're gonna build a railway on a real location, which I'm doing with Rushbridge, I want to do it right, and I can't just have one pannier tank being seen all the time. So I bought two, and I need three. I know it's being greedy, but I do. Right, what we're gonna do? Let's shut some wagons about. So down in the two-sided. I got two sidings here. These two. I don't know if you can see both of them. It's quite hard to pick over the white actually. So I got two sidings here. This long siding going all the way down here, and then we got this siding here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sidings. I'm going to remove the 08 because, quite frankly, I don't need them on layout at the moment. We'll use the Edgeworth tank for a bit, as I've not actually used him shown on this layout. I've gave him a test, but I haven't used him properly. We'll probably flip him around just so it's easier to couple up, because I was saying just now with the bunker, you got a cold bunker, so it's quite hard to get between the wagons because the bunker overlaps slightly. So we'll do some shunting. I'll figure out how to do this. So I want to move the steel wagons out of that and maybe put the tankers in that siding along with the vans. So we'll do that. So let me uncouple this one first. We'll flip the engine. There's a bit of a slope there. As you notice the wagon starts rolling away. So yeah, this one's going to be renamed as Ellie, not Elizabeth, but we'll do that soon. Easy to couple up. I will apologise if I start sneezing. I got a cold. My throat's right sore. Right, so I want to get those coal wagons over there. So let's put this coal wagon back. I picked this one up off Hassans the other day, £39, because I was looking at some pictures of Rushbridge and they got 4 steel wagons, a pannier tank, one of these open 7 planks, and a brake van, a tow brake van. So once I got tow brake van finished, I've actually got the first rake that would run on Rushbridge, so that's great. We'll probably couple him up. Hello. Get him ready, because these will have to be moved. My eyesight's terrible. I should have glasses with me. All it is, I got there we go. Couldn't do without that. Ah, that's why. No, so what it is, I got down here, you can't see, but this is where the Millbow Railway crosses over the viaduct, and I got to lean over that. I don't want to damage it. So those wagons can stay in there. We have to remove the towed van. This track here, by the way, goes up past the camera and down the back. Bit of a fiddle yard area going down our 2 tracks and everything. So I don't use this line for storage, because this line is the main line coming into the yard. So I only got 4 sidings to actually choose from. It'd be nice when all the scenery's down, because these 2 sidings at the back here are going to be quite overgrown. So you've got a ballast at the front, but as the sidings go farther in, they're going to be more overgrown. Which they would have been in real life, to be honest. No point motors, don't need it. One of the things I don't really do with my railways is put point motors in, and the reason for that, I don't feel I need. Now one day I will need them, but for this layout I don't. And I've lost my tweezers. Right, I've got to figure this out now. Really speaking, I should be able to get all these wagons out without getting stuck. I do have a chair. I don't know where I'm standing. Like a 4. It's not a chair, it's a stool. I should be able to get out without getting stuck. I only got so far down now, so because the wall, I think it's 7 foot across. Don't stop that. What's up with that now? So much shorted. No, what? Oh, I hit the wagon again. some reason the wagons keep derailing on this point. What are you, I'm going to have to look at that. Just enough room. Right, that's going well. I need to stick the controller down so. They just, I mean, it's £39 a wagon, can't go wrong. I mean, you could buy a kit if you prefer building the kits, then I might try and build one. I have ordered a couple more Pico kits, but not a steel 16 ton. My next engine will be a little packet of some sort, a little O-foil, because all I have is 060s, and much as I like the 060s, I would like something a bit smaller. And the smaller the loco, the more I can get in the end of the tractor now, the edge shunt. That ballast looks really good. I'll have to take some photos of it. If you're on Facebook and you know me, you'll see photos of that soon. But I will do a proper YouTube video on this layout eventually, when I get around to it. But I'm no rush, so what I'll do, I'll probably do an update video, and then from there, still got to sort. I clearly sleeps off just now, so why are they back covered in ballast? It's a shame. I mean, a lot of people did moan about Cornell Street going. I say moan, they was like, well, why are you getting rid of it? It's a good layout. And yes, it was a good layout, but I wasn't using it. I just wasn't. Right. Now doing that, if the train's going the right way, should allow me to put the tow van up that, because I only have so much room down around the edge, and the tow van is in the way at the moment, and I can't use this line because this is the main line that comes in to the yard. So these wagons do tend to derail quite a bit. Now, one thing I will say, when I bought them, this one and another, the wheels, I had trouble with the wheels, and that might be the same problem again. There's got to be a road down the side here as well. There we go. Yeah, I can have a road down here, so the fence is going to be right on the edge here. They probably go off there, and then I'll have a level crossing over here somewhere. Should be good. tow van's going to look very nice when it's done. Put all the bars on it and everything. The handrails. Still got a solid free link on the tow van. I wonder why they derailed that. It's only that point. The wagons will be weathered as well. Everything's got to be weathered. Even my lovely silver Bay Wiggins tanker. That one's got a nice weathering. It's very windy outside. Now this side I'm going into now I've left with a slope on it. Just for effect really, once the scenery's all done. One day I'll get a camera set up at the other end so you can see the sidings. Probably be better filming from that side anyway, but over that end at the moment, that's where the Millbow Railway is going to come off and go along the road. And there's going to be a road basically, and then where all the engines are over that, that's where the Millbow Railway station's got to be. The new station, so they have a longer run basically, the 009 stock. Which is good because they only run to here anyway, the fiddler yard. Right. Now I want to get those wagons over there. Oh, shout out to Callum as well. I haven't watched it yet, but he's done a Christmas themed layout, SDJR 88, and I look forward to watching it. I saw on Facebook like the link and everything, but I haven't had time. I haven't been on YouTube tonight at all. I just finished watching the film, so I will get around to watching it, but it looks good. I mean, it looks good because it's a packet in it. Right, I only want that wagon there, so we'll get that one out. This is another wagon I bought the other day. This open steel wagon here, well, steel ends, wood. Quite nice to run the Itsen tank. Again, it will be weathered up. I think it's got to be more weathered than the 08s are. It's going to be. I call it a he, it's actually a she. And the two 08s will be, because they've got to be girls' names. So yeah, if you head over to Yugo, the Mighty 500, my Fiat 500 YouTube channel, I will be doing train related videos with it, including the train race. Basically I'm going to be racing a steam engine at the Dean Forest Railway. Still got to do a lot of work on it and sort out plans and everything like that. Cameras, because it's got to be quite filmed quite good. But yeah, I'm going to be racing a steam engine in an original Fiat 500. It's not going to be like Top Gear or anything, but I thought it'd be an interesting video to do. So yeah, if you head over to Yugo the Mighty 500, you'll see it. It's a black and white picture of a Fiat 500 as the poster. And if you subscribe to that, you'll be able to see that video. There'll be other train related videos as well. I plan to go to a lot of railways over Britain in the Fiat 500. Free link coupling is fun, I promise you. It's even more fun when it works. To be honest, I don't mind getting a bit frustrated with it because it is good. I do like it. I'd rather have free link couplings than what a lot of people do where they just put the bars across the buffers and pick the wagons up like that. That's not right. I mean, whatever takes your fancy, but I don't like that. If you missed it the other night, I had a J94 catch fire. I wasn't filming actually, so yeah, you wouldn't have seen it, but this one here caught fire. Did it catch fire? Probably not. There was a lot of smoke, but yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Can't go that way. Right, this one needs to go back with the vans. I still have some 00 gauge videos planned for the new year. One of which is going to be something to do with Virgin Trains, and I look forward to film that. Down there, there's a lot of rolling stock ready for our video. And it has a point. I'm not just doing it for the fun of it. I don't know what that noise is, that. Makes a funny noise. Like trains running over ballast. Right, let's get move these tankers now. Trends of pause, yeah. Must be mad doing it in 00. That must be crazy actually. I didn't read the comment fully because I didn't see it because looking over that, but now the free link coupling you can get I see it at a lot of shows, you know, when you go to these shows you see it on the stands and it's a little piece of cork with a bar in it and they're quite good because you can go through like that. I've just used tweezers, I mean they work just as well. I can get a good grip on the link and just lift it up and put it on, but I will try the others because the end bent out like that, so yeah. What's the shop I always go to at the Cheltenham Model Centre? They had them at their Wally show. It's good because you just go in between the wagon straight up on like that, but I wouldn't dream of putting 3 links on 00 stock. I wouldn't be able to do it. My eyesight's not great now. I like it with the O gauge because it just feels it's something else you can do with the stock. I mean, I could put magnets in and have the couplings all uncoupled like the KDs. Don't see the fun in it. I'd rather do that. Right, let's pick up these tankers. So my Bay Wiggins tankers are 3. This one's not really meant to be with these, and it won't be on the Rushbridge layout. I've got 2 more of these come in, pre-ordered. because every year they seem to release another with a different running number. Which is great because you can get different running numbers on your wagons and not the same wagon. Where over the years, like when I bought Hornby stuff, especially with the box vans they released a couple of years ago now, I bought 3 packs of them, and you get 3 in a pack anyway, which is good. And they were, I think, £30, 35 if I remember rightly. My house at tonight's terrible. It's all those computer games. Shouldn't say that, but it actually is. I've been doing sim racing tonight, and when you're trying to get every apex, get every break and marker smack on for about 2 hours, it does take it out of you. We got a broken coupling, huh? I'm not happy with that. Let's use the other one. I don't know why it done that. I'll have a look at that. Yeah, okay. I know what's wrong. So, I hope everyone's gonna have a train Christmas. I'm probably not, just because I haven't asked for anything to do with trains. In fact, to be quite honest, I'm not too sure what I've asked for. I really ain't bothered with Christmas this year. Don't know why. Just can't be asked. I ain't gonna be able to fit all that in the loop, am I? Head shunt. So I've coupled in that for no reason. But yeah, Christmas this year, can't be bothered. That took longer than expected. If you all want to see the pannier tanks, don't worry, I will have them running in this live stream. I do like doing live streams. I don't plan them. Everything's just as you see. Whatever happens, happens. I mean, I didn't say on Facebook earlier I'm going to be doing a live stream tonight, because it wasn't until I started doing a live stream, basically. I thought, oh, I'll come in here and run some trains, and I thought, set camera up, just do some filming. Good speed, don't have to touch the controller yet really, we'll get ready. It's a great thing about O-Gauge, everything seems to run really nicely. The only engine I've ever had a problem with in O-Gauge is the Terrier. I had one of the first Dapora Terriers they released, and it was the special blue one. I can't think of his number now, but I had that one, and lovely locomotive, don't get me wrong, the detail was perfect. He ran alright at first, but he started getting worse and worse, and I didn't like it, to be honest. It wasn't a right engine. I will get another Terrier. I'll probably wait until they release the next batch, because I do want a BR late version. I do like the Great Western one, to be honest, the Portishead one, because I got the Portishead in 00. And it is a nice wagon. But I will end up with one. It should work well on this layout, actually. Should be quite a nice addition. But no, the blue one just didn't run really well. These locos are going to be detailed up as well with lamps and everything. One of the first things I done when I got my panniers, I took the coal out of the bunkers, the fake coal. They looked alright, to be honest. They look no different to when you buy a 00 locomotive. But like I said, I got to be heavily detailed and weathered, so I didn't need it now really. Well, let's get these two tankers now. Nice slow speed. Gotta get crews for all the locomotives, and I'll have one or two stood around like they're helping with shunting. I was planning originally to build a loco shed for this layout, and I still might. I still might build it, because I built the coal stage. I built this about 2 years ago now. And it turned out really nicely. Just scrap bits of wood there was at the club, and they said help yourself to it, you know, see what you can build out of it. And that's what I built, a lovely coal stage. All stuck, so yeah, it's not going anywhere, but really love that. Didn't like that, did I? I went a bit. Well, I saw the camera. I don't know what the camera was going